see, ABAP is a development tool for entire SAP ERP. ABAP is a multi-lingual language. The country-specific language is, can be used to develop with ABAP. And ABAP is not case-sensitive language. And you can write uppercase and lowercase. And ABAP statements start with a keyword, ending with a period. All ABAP statements starts with a keyword, ending with a period. At the same time, ABAP, all the custom development programs, custom configuration, custom development, should start with a Z or Y character, because to identify the predefined programs and custom developed programs, they are standardized this process. So to understand the customized programs, to identify the customized programs and the predefined programs, they given a 2 characters only for the customer to develop his own developments. Are we clear?
The last one, please. Can you repeat the last one, please?
See, basically, all the ABAP program names or all the customized program configuration which is developed in SAP should start with Z or Y. The reasoning of that, basically, they want to identify the custom development programs. Z. Okay, so they want to identify the custom developed programs, and they want to, differentiation between the predefined and as well as the custom developed. That's the reason they made this standardized process to identify the predefined and custom defined. Are you clear?
That's right. Thank you.
All right. Now, so SAP has a open SQL. It's a subset of SQL statements, open SQL statements. To read and access the database, they have defined a separate concept called open SQL. So we will be understanding this very deeply later stage, but at this moment I can say the statements are applied on, through an mediator, through an interface. So that's the reason they call it an open SQL. But yes, we will be discussing this very deeply later stage. At the starting point, I can say we have this concept also. And the second, ABAP, and there is a special type of subroutines and function models. In another language, we have this concept called functions and procedures. Oracle, and if you go to .NET and VB and Java, you have a functions concept. But when you come to the ABAP, we define function models and subroutines. So these two similar kind of functionality, because this functionality is meant for reusable, or you can say the modularization. The modularization is nothing but reusable. So you can modularize the programming in 2 ways. One, source code, 2, task level. Source code at task level can be modularized according to the programming concept. But we will be understanding this very deeply again once the concept starts. So here I can say in this slide we have the modularization concept. That concept is subroutines and function models. And the fourth one, the last one, allowing to define the internal table. See, basically there is a very important, it is header for entire SAP ABAP concept header, that is internal table concept. An internal table is a mediator table, temporary table. It's a copy of a database table. It's a copy of a database table. So this internal table concept will be very deeply will be understanding this also in the later stage. But at this here I can say it is a copy of a database table, and you will be when you execute the program, the table will be created, and otherwise there is no table. It's a temporary table. Are you clear? Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Here, June.
Is there?
We'll see. This guy.
Yes.
Anjum is there. Yes.
Hello. No, he's not there.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, Anjum, are you able to hear?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions from your discussion?
Can you? No, it's fine. It's okay.
Sorry, your voice is very low.
Yeah, it's fine. You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So next. Right. Are you taking running notes or not?
Anjum, are you taking the running notes, mate?
Notes.
Yeah, he's taking
Hello.
notes.
So
Thank you.
here I want you to take down, 2-3 points extra. Here we have the, anyhow this. And today, after completion of this session, I'll be forwarding the copy for you, both of you. And I want, both of you email IDs. Please send me your email ID, and I'll message my email ID here, and I'll be forwarding the copy also. But here you need to take another 3 points which I explained now. One is ABAP statement starts with the keyword ending with the period, and 2, I'll be all the ABAP programs are a custom developed program starts with the SRY character. And 3, ABAP is a not case sensitive language. These 3 are the points which you need to take down in the running notes. Done?
Anjum,
Hello.
you finished
Yeah,
taking
done.
those?
Hello.
Yeah, are you done? Hello?
Hello. Now you get?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you, Anjum. Have you
Has
finished
left
taking?
now. He
Anjum?
just left.
Beautiful.
He is going to log in again.
Yeah, Anjum, can you hear? Have you written down those 3 points?
Yeah, Anju, are you able to hear?
Okay, let's move on.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So can I go ahead? Right. So Adam, can I go ahead? Or not?
Yeah, please do.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
Right. Thank you. So main ABAP type of programming. So see, basically ABAP, there is a number of programming concepts in ABAP, but always there is a main key role placing in the development side, that is the reports and dialog programming. Reports, what is the report? A report is nothing but, it's generating the raw data as a meaningful information. Again, Anjum has that. Maybe he has some problem with the setup.
Anjum himself is a problem actually, but I think he's logged in from 2 different systems, so that's fine. Even if he goes offline from one system, he's still able to see and hear us from the other one. That's my understanding. I'm not sure what's going on.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So basically here I'm talking about main ABAP programming types, that reports and dialog programming. So a report, basically a report can be generated from screen code SE38. SE38 is a screen number. We call it a transaction code. Okay, we call it a transaction code SE38. So to develop ABAP programs, there is a tools for every concept. For every concept, there is a tool. That tool is called as transaction code. Okay, and a dialog programming. Dialog programming is also has one tool, that is SEA. It's a screen number, basically. Okay, and every program, like reporting program, a report program generates a list of database tables. Okay, in a meaningful information. See, you have the raw data from the different tables, and you can generate meaningful information report, weekly report, monthly reports. We have the n number of reports which will be generated regularly. So the reports can be generated in online or programming. Both possibilities are there. Okay, and when you see the dialog programming, Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any problem?
No, there was some distortion. There was some noise background, but it's fine now. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So basically, what I'm talking about dialog programming. Dialog programming is nothing but screen development, icon development, menu development, title bar development, standard toolbar development, and screen integration with the tables, and we creating a transaction code like SE80, SE38. So all these concepts will be built and developed under the program called dialog programming or module programming or development programming, ABAP development programming. So these are the main types of programs where you can call main ABAP types of programs. So I'm requesting you go to take the title of the slide to study from material. Main types of program, ABAP programs. Just take down the title and 2 related points. One is report programming and decode, dialog programming, decode. If you take these 2 from my material, you can search and you can go and read that directly.
Fine, thanks. What does it mean a report can either be online or a background program?
See, you can report can be generated by view means by seeing, and report can be generated in the background without seeing. So because I am scheduling for the report to execute the background, midnight in the 12 o'clock. So midnight 12 o'clock I can't sit in front of system and generate the report, right?
So one is automatic generation, one is user trigger generation. So basically what you're trying to say, one is automatic generation, scheduled generation, the other one is user triggered generation.
Right, correct. So, but in SAP we call the background programs, and foreground and background, and foreground is nothing but outline.
Got it, thank you.
Have you done? Any questions still on this? Any questions?
No, thank you.
No. Anjum also, right? So, Swati is speaking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a new. No, that's presenter. Swati is a presenter, right?
Okay. Right. We'll move on. So now the title of this slide is ABAP Workbench Tool. ABAP Workbench Tool. So what is this tool? Under the tool, we have n number of screens which allow you to do the ABAP developments. Okay. We have a two course which we already know now. One is SE 80, another is SE 38. Now, dialog programming is SE 80. Dialog programming about development Workbench tool. Okay, and we have we call it ABAP development Workbench tool object language. These are the different names for SE 80 tool. And another tool, ABAP dictionary. SE develop. This tool will be used to develop and create the database tables in SAP. And ABAP editor. This tool will be used to create reports, to develop the reports, to create n number of editing programs. Source code programs can be built under the editor.
Excuse me, can I interrupt you for a second here?
Yeah, please.
ABAP 4 editor is used to create offline and online programs.
Yes,
right or wrong?
Right.
ABAP 4 dictionary is used to create a new database tables in database.
Yes, correct.
These are not intermediate tables, these are permanent tables in the database.
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So functional library. The functional library SE37. So as I said, modularization concept, that is a reusable concept, subroutines and function models. Function models can be built from SE37. Functional library, it allows you to create the function model in SE37 tool. We will be creating that. Okay, and as I said, there is another tool, screen printer. If you want to develop any screen SAP, you can use SE51 tool to develop the screen, integrate the screen with the table, and develop the flow logic for a table data or DML operation, data manipulation operation, and this has flow logic or source code development for the screen done from the SE51. And menu printer SE41. SE41 is menu printer. It allows you to create the menus, icons, typing toolbar, typing bar, all these kind of user interface operations are controls can be managed by the menu printer SE41 and SE51 as well. So by using these, instead of using these two decodes, you can do all these developments from SE80 as well. SE80. So SE80 will allow you to work all the areas because it's a big tool to integrate it with all the sub decodes, transaction codes basically. Are you clear?
Yes. One question.
Yeah, please.
In the function library, can you only write function modules or subroutines as well?
No, only function model. Subroutines will be defined from SE38 only.
SE38 editor. Perfect. Thank you.
So now the next one we are talking about, there is a few more transaction codes. That is messages creation, message maintenance. That is SE91. Message maintenance from SE91 means we want to get the error message, warning message. Are you getting? If I go close anything, I want to get information message. So we want to save the message. We want to close the window. This kind of information. So all these can be managed from SE91. Okay, that's a key code. So, and another key code, transaction code, SE93, to create a transaction code for your custom development. So, suppose you are developing one screen. That screen how you can access through a key code only. So, in SAP, all the screens, whatever the screens are existed, every screen has a screen number and has a T code. T code is nothing but transaction code. So by using this transaction code, the screen will be opened and processed the business transactions. But this to develop your own custom developed T codes. Therefore, that they used a transaction code to develop, that is 93, SE93. Are you clear?
So SE93 is a transaction code used to do, sorry, what?
Sorry.
SE93 will be used to do what, sorry? Can you repeat that, please?
SE93 will use to create the transaction codes.
Oh, okay.
I can develop same like SE80. I can develop a T code like SE11. I can create my own transaction codes. That's what I'm saying. From SE93.
Okay. But if the code already exists in the system, it won't let you.
Yeah, it won't allow you.
Thank you.
You need to give your own custom features with Z or Y.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
You need to start with your T code or custom development, whatever the name you are giving in SAP or creation, you should start with a Z or Y only, not with any.
So the transaction code will start with Z or Y rather than SE.
Z or Y, and you can give any name, not SC, not any, depends on your requirement.
Oh, okay. The transaction code, can you say the transaction code SE100?
SE and 100 not allowed. SE 100 allowed.
SE100 allowed it.
Z.
No, Z is, yeah, got it. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, got it. Thank you.
So I can take Z SE 100, but I cannot take SE 100 because SE 100 used used by SAP. You are not allowed to be used.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So these are the tools which we use regularly. Are you clear?
Yes.
Now I want to show the SAP how it is by logging into the system.
Let me check with Anjum. Okay, Anjum?
Anjum, are you there? I also confused you. Is he there or not?
Anjum? Hello? Anjum, can you hear this?
Yeah, he said he can. I can hear.
Beautiful, Anjum. Thank you.
Can we go ahead? Because your voices we are not able to hear. Can we go ahead? Please answer us. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So I'll be going to discuss about how to log in SAP and how the SAP divided into the technical and functional. What are the modules are there? How I can access all these screens to work and to start my development. Okay. So I'm requesting you, take down this list of transaction codes because we are going to work all, regular basis. We are going to use these T codes regular basis, and you need to know and each and every T code work and for which purpose.
Come on, my friend Anjum, come on. Write it down.
Once he done, you should say yes, so that we can go ahead.
Okay. Anjum, when you finish writing, could you please type in yes, so that we can go ahead. Thank you. You are the star, mate. He's a star.
Anjum says that it is your turn to take. No.
Yes, my friend. Right. I'm away from home, right? Next two classes, I'll take the notes. 100%, no debate about it. 100%. Could you please go ahead? Thank you. I'll buy you an ice cream. Thanks. So where exactly, okay, if you're doing reports, you do dialogues, programs, and you do it as AT. If you're doing subroutines, dictionary,
Subroutines and
creating
all
tables,
the
if you're
small
doing
programs, and yeah, I'll explain. All the small programs and everything we will do with the SE 30 editor 38.
oh, that's the detail, right? Yeah. No, not
Editor
subroutines.
will allow you to do anything. Editor will allow you to do anything.
And dictionary only used to create tables.
Yes, right. See, specific, I have specified already, but you can do that, table creation on all that from only dictionary. But specific 38 will be used for all kind of programming concepts. Functional model can be created SE37. Screens can be developed from SE51. SE51 for menu painter. Okay. So similar like that, we have SE80 to develop these two, SE41 and SE51.
Interesting, very interesting so far. Anjum, you are a very slow writer, mate. Did you get my email address? I just gave it to you over there. 90.
SE91, not 90. It's a 91, message maintenance. 91 is message maintenance. 93, transaction code creation.
Message maintenance and transaction code maintenance.
Creation.
So message maintenance was the error messages that we displayed, right?
Yeah, we will be knowing that how to create error messages, warning messages, how to create a ABAP message, information message, system message. All this will be understanding from SE91.
Beautiful.
So SE91 is a message class creation. We'll be understanding very deeply that. SE93 is a T code creation. T code, transaction code creation. We will be creating a new transaction code from SE93.
Thank you.
Okay, and good. Right. So now I'm going for SAP login. So let me show you if you get access to the system. So how it will be. You will be getting login to the server. Okay, once you get into the login to the server, and here you have the login, SAP login, and you will be clicking on the login. And here you will be entering the password actually, whatever he shared with you, login password. Okay, and you will be entering. Here I have a different password and different name. You will be entering this. This is called as GUI, graphical user interface. The application which I have opened, this is GUI, graphical user interface. From here, you will be entering the click or log on, and you will be entering client number. You are entering only the username and password. Okay, and username and password. Once you click on enter, then it will log into the main screen, SAP Easy Access screen. This is a screen where you can do all the inside SAP. So inside SAP you can see the menu bar, standard toolbar, title bar, and toolbar. This toolbar can be enhanced. This toolbar can be you can develop for your own screen any kind of toolbar. But this toolbar is a standardized toolbar. You can hide. You can invisible can be done this toolbar. And title bar, you can view your own title for your screens. So then this is an SAP menu bar. So SAP has n number of applications as discussed. So logic, you go to the logistics, material management, sales and distribution, production, brand maintenance, customer, quality. All these are the functional applications which is there. Accounting, finance and accounting system, and human resource. So all these are the different modules are existed in SAP. So as I said, SAP ABAP is a technical module. Under the tools, you can find that ABAP is a workbench. Under that, you have the development. Under the development, you have the different transaction codes which I have given to open it. So these are the different types of T codes which is existed under the development. Okay. So here we have ABAP dictionary. I can double click by navigating by the menu. First one is a menu, SAP menu. Under that, I will be clicking on the tools. Okay, under the tools, I can open the development ABAP workbench. ABAP workbench. Under that, there is a development. Under that, we have a T codes. This is a transaction code where I can open or I can click on it to develop the different objects which is there under this. So why they call it a tool? Because there is n number of objects are integrated together. That's the reason they call it a tool. Okay. So back from here by clicking on this icon is a back, and you can see the n number. So if you know the T codes, if you know already the transaction codes, I can open from here directly. SE11. Type your code in command line, and you can open the T code directly. You can open that particular transaction directly. Okay. /n means a new transaction. SE38 and directly you can go to that particular screen, ABAP editor. Okay. And another one, I will be giving /n new transaction code directly. Instead of going back and typing from SAP Easy Access, I'm typing /n for new T code, that is /SE41. So 41 is our menu painter screen. This is a tool where you can develop menus and everything. Okay, and /n SE41, 51. It's a screen painter where you can develop a screen and the logic of that particular screen and the design of that particular screen can be built from that particular screen. This particular screen. Okay, /n SE91, the message maintenance. You can create a messages from this particular screen, and you can reuse that particular messages n number of times in different programs by calling on this. Okay, this is one tool. Another tool, SE93. This is a tool where you can create your T code, transaction code for your developed programs or for your developed report, for your developed screen. Whatever you develop, if you want to give that to the end user can run the business with the T codes only. Without T codes, he cannot access the screen. Even to develop my ABAP workbench also, I need to follow the T codes only. So similar, you need to create for your developer reports, interfaces, or any kind of program which is developed, and report can be accessed through a T code and every user. So here you can give them, yeah. Hello?
Question. You're trying to say is basically no matter what program we create, even the dialog program that we create, we cannot have an icon under the menu in SAP. It always has to be accessed through a T code.
No. See, you can access through menus and icons. That is true. To access the menus and icon, you need a screen. Right or wrong?
To access the menu, no. Just like we came to the workbench and then under tools we clicked on dictionary and the dialog opened, the dictionary screen open, right? If we write a dialog program which has few screens, can we put an icon under SAP menu so that people can go there?
But to come to see here, if you log in, directly if I log in, yes, you can put the icons over here without, T code also. Yes, you can do that.
How about under
without,
SAP menu?
suppose let me explain. Not in SAP menu. Suppose I have, even you can create in a menu also. I have this button, okay. It is in hide mode. If I want to take this button to log in, if I click on this, I want to get one icon. Same similar. Suppose if I click on this, search for fund doesn't have any T code, but I am getting one screen, right? Similar, you can build that. Yes, you can do that. But what I'm talking for an end user, always they will make through a transaction. Like suppose if I go to the material management, MM01. So we have the material creation screen. And if I go for the MM02, it has the material change a T code separate. Suppose if I go for MM03, and this is the only display the material. So this is the way end user will do the process of his business. So that is what I am communicating that. Okay. But yes, as for the functionality, the screen, this screen has a T code, but the screen process of the internally the DML operations or something you can do with the icon so you can do with the menu so. But finally, if you ask me in SAP to make that screens individual access, they made a T code for that. That is the standard format which they build in SAP. Okay, so we can do both options are existed. You can do the both options. All right. Right. So now I'm moving into the second level. So SE16, one more T code. Please note down, Anjul. Data browser. Data browser is one more T code. It's SE16. SE16 is the data browser T code. This T code will use to display the table content. Suppose there is a table called Mara. SAP table name is Mara. Metal Master. I just want to display the content of the table. I just enter the name of the table here. I can click on the table contents. So here I'll get one more screen. Forget about this. I'll talk later this. But yes, I'm clicking on execute. So I want to display the content of the Mara table. I can able to display. If I go to the SE11 will allow you to create the table, change the table structure, create the table structure. But when I go for SE16, existing table can enter directly and display the content of the table. That is SE16. Are you clear? So
yes.
Enter any table name LFA1. This is another table name LFA1. So you can able to display the data. So continue, execute. So this is the data which is there in the table. So like this, SAP has n number of tables. We can come for SE16 to browse data of that particular tables. And another one, SA38. SE38 is different. SA38 is different. SA38 is ABAP executable program. Means you can execute the name of the program, give the name of the program here, and directly you can execute it. Which is already created programs can be executed directly from here. That is ABAP development, ABAP program execution T code, SA38. Are you clear?
Question.
Yeah.
Why would somebody use SA38 when you can type in the transaction code just on the menu bar right up there?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Yes. You have the option to write the T codes in the menu bar right there, but then you can use SA38 to go and then do program execution by writing in their names, writing in the name of the program.
See, name of the program is, if you know the name of the program, yes, you can execute from the SE38. You can execute the program from SE38 also. Both are there. SE38 will allow you to create also. SA38 will execute only. It won't allow you to create.
Okay. So name of the program, if you want to run a program by name, SA38. But if you want to run program, the same program can be run by the T code, then you can just start the T code in the menu bar.
Yes, correct. Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
The same program, if you already created a T code for that, then you can run that with the T code.
Thank you.
So, any other questions? Now, this is about introduction about the application, what we can able to do directly. But always we will be, for all the small demo programs, we will be concentrating understanding from SE38. This is the screen which we are going to use for our basics understanding this. But the same C code will be used for reports and everything. But here, this is the main screen for ABAP editor, for ABAP basically. ABAP will work from this particular screen, another one screen that is dialog programming. These two are the main screens. Okay, so now I'm moving to the slides. Hope you understood about the slides, screen and login of the application. So I hope you are already seeing the screens also. More understanding. Okay, so the next slide, it talks about ABAP statements and keywords. ABAP statements and keywords. So all ABAP statements starts with a keyword ending with a period. Period is nothing but colon. In C++ or something where we have an ending line, it will be the colon. Right? Here we have the period. Period is nothing but dot. Okay? And keywords are there. Declarative keywords, modularization keywords, controlling keywords, calling keywords, and operational keywords. So these are the different types of keywords which we have in SAP ABAP, where you can by using these keywords you will be developing the required objects. Are you clear?
Mm-hmm.
So now I want Anju to take down all ABAP statements start with a keyword and with a period and the declarative keywords. Under every declarative keywords, I have example keywords. Okay, I'll go for next slide to understand this clearly. So declarative keywords. So what is declarative? Let me first finish our discussion, then we can take Anju. Declarative keywords. What are the declarative keywords are there? We have n number of declarative keywords. But here I have mentioned main keywords which we use regularly. Okay. Here types is one keyword, data is one keyword, tables is one keyword. So we know that the declarative means what? Variable declaration, right?
Yes.
So in other languages we call it variable, but in this ABAP we call it object declaration. Object and data type. We need to understand these two differences in the next slides, coming slides. But we are understanding the keywords over here. A declarative keywords is nothing but to declare a data object, we will be using the declarative keywords. It may be different types of data objects are there. We will understand that later. But yes, types of keywords are types, data, and tables. And controlling keywords. How to control the process of the program. How to control the process of the program by using the controlling keywords. What are the keywords are those? One is if, second is case, and third loops, while and do, conditions and loops. By using these two, we will control the entire programming concept basically. And calling keywords. How we can call the modularized programming concept. So you will be modularizing the programming with form end form and function end function. And you will be calling this define the source code through perform, call, submit and leave. So these are the keywords where you will be reusable concept. So there is modularization is nothing but reusable. So the modularization done with events at the same time with the defined keywords. What are the keywords are there? Form, end form, function, end function. Form, end form. Form name and end form. Between this, we will be writing thousands of line code. These thousands of lines, like we have written the 3,000 line code. And I want to reuse these 3,000 in another function name. Suppose you are developed save task. Save is a task for you, and you are developed source code for save. So, and take example MS Office. MS Office has a save button. Okay, and in MS Office there is a n number of applications. You have the Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Projects, everywhere. Everywhere save icon will be there, 100%. SRY. Anand. Anju? You need to give an answer for me. Otherwise, yes. Oh, good. Right. So, if yes, then do I require to be developed 3,000 lines for save in every application, in Word application, in Excel application, in PowerPoint application? Do I require to reuse this development everywhere? No, good. So I don't want to do that everywhere 3,000 lines to occupy the memory. So in for Excel, for PowerPoint, for all these applications, I don't want to 3,000 lines copy paste. I want to define that in one name, stored in one name, and reuse that particular name in a different integrated functional application area. So that concept is called as modularization concept. That is built by the form, end form, function, end function. These two are the same functionality provided that we are using to do the modularization. So whatever the source code which is defined under the form, end form, and function, end function, called by the calling keywords. The calling keywords are, which is mentioned under the calling, like, perform, call, submit, and leave. So these are the calling keywords are used to call the modularized keywords. Modularization defined source code. Are you clear? And events, we know the event. Event is nothing but an action. So on mouse click, on mouse double click, on cursor key. So all these are the already we are learned from other languages. But when you come for SAP, there is events already predefined events which we will be using to modularize the programming at selection screen, at start of selection, leave program, set screen. Like that we have n number of events we will be using for our program continuously so that we will be understanding the events aspect. So, and the next one is operational keywords. What are the operational keywords are there to perform the operations of the program? So, like in C, C++ or other languages, we have, printf, scanf, cout, and cin to view output. Similar like that, and we have here, write is a keyword, move is a keyword, add is a keyword, and sum is a keyword, relational operators, arithmetic operators, all these comes under, operational keywords basically. Are you clear, both of you?
Can we go a slide back, please?
Can I?
Can I go? Can you please go a slide back to before modularization keyword?
Right. Yes. Calling keywords, controlling keywords, declarative keywords.
Okay, I was just confused about calling, but then you explained the. Okay, fine, it's fine. Good.
So whatever you defined under the modularization, this source code should be called by the calling keywords. Okay, and there is the operational keywords. These are the general keywords which we use for the general programming concepts. We have when we doing the program, you will be knowing what one by one. But here I have listed a few things to be before starting. We need to understand all this.
So how many different types we have covered so far? Five
different types of. Under this, all the keywords will come out. Only five only. We have 5 different types of keywords.
Okay, and one is the first one was declarative.
Declarative keyword, controlling keyword, calling keyword, modularization keyword, operational keywords.
Perfect, makes sense. Modularization and operational. Perfect, makes sense for me. Anjum, you clear as well, buddy?
Anjum already given yes.
Oh, he's so good.
Please, Anjum, please take down declarative keyword is a heading, and immediately take down these 3 only. Don't take the message. Message I will be forwarding anywhere. And controlling keywords, and take down the controlling keywords only. And take down the calling keywords, only the calling keywords only. Don't take the message. Message I will be sending anywhere. So what? He is asking something.
Yeah, he's asking me what I've said. I said while Anjum is writing down notes, Hitesh, do you know any good songs?
Song? you can sing a song. Next slide now only 50 slides. So next slide I need to explain. You done this? Yes?
Next slide, please.
Good. Very good. Next. So this is not next. We are going to discuss about data types. Data types and data objects. So what is data type? So we are known now different types of keywords are existed in the SAP ABAP. Now we are going to understand what are the data types, what is data type, what is data object. After that we are going to understand what are the data types are there in SAP ABAP. And using that data types, how you can declare a data object, it's nothing but a data type. So let me understand what is the data type. A data type is nothing but a described technical property of a data object. What is the data object basically again? A data object is nothing but a variable. A data object is nothing but a variable. So in ABAP, in SAP, we call it's a object. But in other languages we call it a variable. So but the meaning is the same and the functionality is the same. There is no only difference. But because ABAP is object oriented, they defined everything called as an object. A data type, data types describe the technical property of data object. There is no memory associated with the data type. So the data type never occupies the memory in the hard disk space basically. It never occupies, but a data object or a variable will occupy the space in the memory. But a data type describes the data object, means what, how it is technical properties. What is the technical properties? The size of the data object and the description, type of the value, integer value, character value, string value, float value, date value. So all these are the different types of properties, technical properties which is defined for a particular data object. At the same time, it is not going to occupy the space in the memory basically. Its application is providing that objects. Application is providing that particular data type, not object, data types. So when you use the data type to assign a data object or to declare a data object, then once you declare it, it occupies the space in the memory. Suppose I have declared A as a teacher, A equal to 40. So I am assigning 40 value to A to store. Store always occupies in the memory. space, basically. So that's the reason data object, each data object has a specific data type associated to it. So it is always, a data object always is associated with the data type, and each data object occupies some space in the memory basically. Okay.
Question.
So yeah, please ask.
So in other language, when you say int a semicolon,
Yeah.
int a semicolon means you have already reserved some space in the memory, full stop, integer space in the memory, right? Before the assignment, this is the declaration, int a semicolon.
Int, 1 minute. Int a, if you say int a int can't occupy, int not going to occupy any space in the memory, but a will be occupies the space in the memory.
Yes.
Are you getting? If I say
Yes.
char name file, name will occupy the space in the memory. Char not going to occupy the memory in the space.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. So please note down these two differences. Then I'll move forward to the next. I want you to take down data type and data object. And at the same time, you need to take down the heading, a slide heading compulsory, so that we are aware which slide is completed. At the same time, you can refer my note which I am sending, directly typing or searching that heading in the document basically.
Anjum has finished.
Good.
Data.
Now, next slide. So now we are going to understand different types of data types in SAP. Different types of data types. What are the different types of data types existed in SAP? We are going to understand. Now heading is Anju, data types. Data types. SAP is, ABAP. When you developing, they are divided, two types. One is system-defined data types. It's nothing but pre-defined data types. The application itself is providing these data types. And another one, user-defined data types. User can define its own data type from that is nothing but user-defined data types. So, and again, user-defined and system-defined are divided into two. One is elementary and structure. Another one, elementary, which is providing already predefined size, predefined structure, and everything that comes under the elementary data types. So all the elementary data types can be which has already predefined the size through an application and the nature of that particular data type. Like Now integer, character, float, double is nothing but here fact, and D for date, T for time, X for hexadecimals, and N for numeric. Like that, they have the elementary data types. And structured data types, all SAP tables, SAP existed tables in SAP. Custom tables or existed tables comes under structured data types. Structured is nothing but it should have the rows and columns, and each and every column has a certain meaning. It's an integer or character or float is defined as a data, and that there is a record. So that can be defined under the structured data type. Okay, that is comes under the system defined or predefined structured data types. And the next, user can define its own data type with the help of predefined data types only. User can define its own data type with the help of predefined data types. It may be elementary data type, it may be structured data type. Suppose the user is creating elementary data type, he is dependent on the system defined elementary data type. Suppose he is creating structured data type, he is going to depend on the predefined and the structured data type. Okay, without this predefined, he cannot generate any user defined data type. That is 100%. So user can define its own data type with the help of predefined data types only.
Question.
Yeah, question. Please, sir. You can.
The elementary data type, do we have an array data type in there?
Sorry, elementary data type?
Do we have an array like other languages?
Yes. The character is, we are going to define as a size. Numeric also we define.
No.
We are going to define for back also.
So we have a concept of arrays in the ABAP as well, right?
We cannot call arrays. We are talking about that, types. I'll come to you. User defined data type, elementary data types comes under that, and we'll discuss that.
Thank you.
So please take down the structure, and when you are taking, please see, have the gap between these, bottom line, elementary and gap and structure gap, elementary gap and structure gap. When you are taking this, I want you to note it down: elementary data types, structured data types, user defined. Done it. Wow, excellent. So I'm moving for next. Elementary data type. System defined or predefined elementary data types we are going to understand now. Let's go on to that. Now, so what are the elementary data types are there? One is C, that is a character, numeric, text. Numeric text is nothing but it can acceptable numbers and as well as a text as well. If you define only number, you can do the calculation with that number. Suppose if you define number and character, you cannot do the calculation with that. Okay, but integer is the same. Fact, float. Float, you know that what is float? Float is nothing but here pointing values can be defined. P, double of the F. Suppose F has 8 size, but P has a 16 size. In other languages, we have a double in C, C++, but here we have a pack. They said pack. And time, date, D, time for T, X for hexadecimals. These are the elementary data types are there. And to understand very high and deep level about this, I'm going for another slide.
Okay. The numeric text one, is it exactly a string basically?
Sorry?
The numeric text data type, is it like a string?
Character, right? You're asking.
No, the numeric text. The character one is the first one. The second one was the numeric text one.
Numeric text, yes. It can be, N is nothing but you can enter numerics and text also. Both can be allowed.
And you can do calculation on that, or you cannot do calculation?
When you define only numerics, you can do the calculations. Suppose if you are assigned alpha numerics, you cannot do the calculations. Okay. Now, very deeply and milestone level, you can understand the data, system defined data, elementary data types. C character, initial size 1, and you can have a valid size still 1 to 65,536. The initial size or value is a space. And description, text character, alphanumeric characters can be allowed to assign. D, 8, default is 8, valid size also 8, initial value zeros. If you are not assigned, it will take zeros. If you are assigned, it will take according to your assigned value. Date format, YY, MM, DD. Year, month, date. That's a default format of SAP. Are you clear? The next one is a float. Float, initial size is 8, valid size is 8, and initial value is 0. Floating point number will be declared. I, integer 4, and valid size is 4, initial value is 0 if you are not assigned. So integer only accepted. Numeric, n is numeric 1 to 65,536, and zeros is the initial value. Numeric text can be allowed. P for path. If you observe the F is a 8, and if you observe P, 8, 1 to 16, no, point values can be allowed, that is a path number. And 7, T for 6, it's T for time, 6, default size, you no need to declare any size for this, a date and time, because the default sizes is 6 for time, D for 8, the zeros is the initial value, if you are not assigned any value. If you assign, then it will take user input. And the hours and minutes is a hours, minutes, and seconds is a format. In hexadecimal 1 and initial value, initial size 1 to 65,436 values can be assigned, and X into 0, always hexadecimals. So here this is a deep understanding about this, and we will be understanding still alignment format of each and every default data type. Output length of it. Field length is a character, means we will be defining the field length, that will be the output length. Positioning, the position of that left justified by default. And D8, we know that D is the date and 8 is the size, alignment is the length. And F22, it's a total, you can assign the output length as a 22, and right justify default. And I is 22 and 11, right justify. N, field length, and left justify. P path 2 into field length plus 1. 2 into field length plus 1, right justify. P6, left justify. X, 2 into field length, left justify. So this is a very deeply understanding about the elementary data types, system defined, predefined elementary data types.
Can you give us an example of N? I'm having trouble with understanding numeric text data type.
No, we are going to understand with example the next slides. For each and every elementary data type, we have example, we are understanding that.
Right.
Any other questions? Anju, I request you to take down the only this. Rest of the size and everything I am forwarding with the document. Yeah, Anju. Then? Still red. Very small. Anju, you are taking time. Sorry, I'm just.
What's going on, Anjum?
Anjum, hello. Is there? Yes.
Yes.
Are you done?
Yes. Yeah.
What you are doing?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So next, we are talking about next data types, that is structure defined data types. Structure defined data type. So system defined structured data types we are going to understand. Now all SAP tables, inside SAP tables there is n number of tables. All that tables will come under the structured system defined data types. For example, tables is a keyword which I have given already, declarative keyword. Colon, it's a multiple declaration keyword, multiple declaration, and the name of the table. This is the syntax that we declare the tables in our program. This is, we call it external declaration. And here, example, tables Mara is the name of the table. Suppose if I am not using multiple tables to declare, I don't require to use the colon. Suppose if I want to declare the multiple tables, and I should require to be use the colon and the name of the table, as book is a table, comma, as flight is a table, comma, Mara is a table, comma, KNA1 is a table, comma, LFA1 is a comma. So I have list up. So if I want to declare the multiple tables, I'll be using the second example. If I want to declare the single table, I'll be using the first example. This is a syntax. This is example 1, example 2. Example 1 is a single table declaration. Example 2, multiple table declaration with a comma and full stop and a colon. So this is all database tables comes under structured system defined data types. Are you clear, both of you?
Yes.
Good. Please note down. All the tables which I have mentioned here, you can go directly type in AC16 and see the data browse, or you can go SC11 and click on display to see the structure of the tables. But all that we will be doing that later. Now we are in basics only. So we are understanding basics to do the main concepts. Good. So next, we are going to understand how to declare the elementary system-defined elementary data types. How to work with that. Okay. We will understand the next level. First, how to declare elementary data types. So to declare elementary data types, we have a keyword called data. So data is a keyword to declare the elementary data types, data object basically. To declare the elementary data objects, we have the data is a keyword. So this is a keyword, data, colon, field name or object name, data object name, length and type, length, type, value and decimals. See here, data is a keyword, colon. If you observe anywhere in my syntax, in ABAP syntax, this bracket indicates optional, not mandatory. And this bracket, the second bracket, this bracket indicates mandatory. The data keyword will be used to declare the data object or a variable. And the variable or object name or field name can be declared under the F. And the bracket, if you observe, there is a two brackets. One this, another one this, another one is a. Three brackets are indicated here. So these brackets are optional. The length is optional. It depends on the data type. It will be optional. And another one, type. So type is a type of data type to assign. Value, if you want to assign the initial value to the particular data object or variable, we will be using the value keyword. Otherwise, no. Decimals, F and P is a decimal point data types. So if you want to assign a specific number of data type decimals, like I want to assign the 2 decimals. Suppose you want to assign the 16 decimals. You can use the keyword decimals to decimal 16 to assign. So this is a syntax for declaring the data objects, elementary data type object declaration. So let's go to the same slide where we have the example for each and every object. This is a syntax. Let's maximize. Right. So number one data type is a character data type. So example for character data type. So we have multiple examples which we are going to discuss this. One, data. The first one, data, is a keyword. I am using data keyword, and here I am not using colon, and I am using F. F is nothing but a field or data object name, and 5 is the size because it's a character. Type C. Type is a keyword, and C data type. Here in syntax you need to mention here data type also. Data type, and data type for C only it is optional, but rest of the things are mandatory.
The word type, is it a keyword as well?
Which one? Type.
So
yeah,
data
type
is
is a keyword. Yes, yeah, type is a keyword. So here, this is my syntax: data keyword. F colon are optional; it is not mandatory. So because I am declaring a single object, this is F. F is nothing but is an object name, data object name, or a variable name. And 5 is a length. I am specifying within the bracket. Type C. C is nothing but data type. C is a character data type. Type is a keyword to assign the data type to the object. So basically, the object is associated with the data type, with the size and the type of object. And A is a character type of data object, and you can assign value to A now. Are you clear? The first example with the syntax. Now, next. Data A of 5. The second example. Data A of 5. I have not defined type C. Because character data type is the default is a character only. If you are not defined type C. Anywhere in SAP ABAP programming, if any type data type is not defined type C or type A or type anything, then it is nothing but character only. Default data type is character data type in SAP ABAP. Are you clear? Size is 5. I have declared the size is 5. Default is 5 characters can be stored in big. Alright? Now, next. So, data C. Data C. No size.